Shantae C checking in for another 10 things. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We here. We look a little different tonight, but we here. And we're gonna get into some celebrity tea and we gotta definitely talk about some things. And I need you guys to for sure tune in and ask questions and drop comments. Okay?
Oh
But
yeah.
but
What's
let's
up?
get off into this 2024 Grammys. It was epic, honestly. It was really good.
It really was.
It really, really was. But we're gonna start out with for sure some congrats. So I there's like a lot of congrats, and of course we just don't have the time to go through them all. But um Little
Who
Miley
we starting
Cyrus.
with?
Little Miley Cyrus.
Oh, she was out of control.
I loved it. I didn't even realize this was her first Grammy.
Really?
I did not realize this was her first.
Yeah, me and Dwayne was like, oh, I thought she won it for like Wrecking Ball or something
I
like that.
know, because she's done some pretty, amazing songs.
Yeah,
But
sure.
um and I do love the song um, Flowers or whatever. That's my jam.
Yeah, yeah.
That is for sure my jam. That's the girls' jam.
Was
Last
did she not
Valentine
try?
it was something.
Look, did she not try to embody Tina Turner in that performance? I was like, what is she doing? She is crazy. She's cracking me up.
I know. And then we're gonna also say congrats to our sister from South Africa, Tyla. Oh my God, she was so cute. She was like, I'm 22. So
Yeah.
I want to give you guys like a little bit of, facts on her winning a Grammy and what a big deal it was. So as she said, she was only 22.
Yeah.
And she is the first African artist to win at that young of an age.
Well, that's great.
Right. The president from her country called her after the show to congratulate her and let her know how proud and how much they're celebrating
That's
her
wonderful.
winning. I thought that was amazing. That was pretty amazing.
Yes, it
And then
was.
of course we have Jay-Z. He decided to go up and pull a Kanye.
I was like, did was he drinking or something? Because I'm just trying to figure out. I did not understand that whole speech. It was pretty weird.
It was pretty weird, and it was weird that he had his daughter with him or whatever. Blue Ivy was looking like,
She was
all
like,
right, Dad's
okay.
going there. Okay.
She was like,
But I think that
okay, Dad.
I will say for me, I'm glad he spoke out and I enjoyed the message because, I mean, it's one of these albums Beyonce should have gotten it
I
from
mean, I guess, but was
young
that
to old.
really? I mean, was that really the time to do it? Like, I don't know.
It's never
I
the
don't
time.
get it. I was like, he's weird.
Hey, we love Jay. And I think he was just like, I think that for some people, they're at a level of
they
fed
don't.
up,
They don't.
or I'm
They
going to
don't
let
give.
people know the truth how this goes down, you know?
We all know it's a voting. I mean, it's a voting thing. It's a popularity contest. So you just never know. But what about your boy Killer Mike?
Loved him. Love him
But
always.
but why did he get arrested?
What happened with Killer Mike? I thought he was keeping the peace.
Girl, I'm like, how you gonna win 3 Grammys? That's a historic win. Historic.
Wow. Well, what happened with the arrest?
So, he got arrested because he got into an altercation by backstage with one of the security guards.
But Killer Mike is always saying, "Let's keep the peace." he's he's the opposite of 50. He's like, "Let's keep the peace."
Exactly. So I'm like, that is just too funny. So I'm like, okay, Killer Mike, you tripping, but congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah, but that is an epic win for sure.
No, and then my favorite was Victoria Monet winning for on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. I look fly, I look good. I
Yes,
was like,
yes,
stand
and
up, peace up, A town down.
hello on my mama, on my that's my jam. No, I ain't gonna
That's my
lie.
jam too. The first time I heard it, I was like, yeah. But what I loved about her speech is that she said that she was 35. So these artists that think that they gotta make it before they turn, like, never give up on your dream. Like, never give up on it. You just gotta keep pushing it no matter how old you are. As long as you doing what you love and you try to continuously put out positive energy and put it out the way you intended and be the most authentic self that you could be, you gonna win a Grammy, just like Victoria Monet.
Hello, all right for her. And then we gotta give it up to our girl of the night, Miss Fantasia. She killed it.
Yes, I loved her performance. She looked beautiful. I
She did
mean,
a, I
she did a
mean,
great job.
and to do Tina,
I mean, she could shoot. The girl, that girl can sing. Okay.
she can sing for sure. I loved it. You could that you know Oprah introduced her,
Yeah, that was cute.
and that was
That was
really
cute.
cute. And you could tell that they have a like Fantasia looks up to her. They have a good relationship. You
Yeah,
can
I
see
look up
that.
to her.
I know. Oprah, come on to your things, girl.
Yeah.
Don't go to Shannon Sharp. Come to your things.
Yeah, girl. Okay.
Lord,
Come on,
Lord,
Oprah. You can mentor us anytime.
for sure. In all kind of categories. Weight loss, success, billions. Because you know Oprah done did it all.
I'm with you.
She done did it all. But that was I loved her. Fantasia, I loved her outfit.
Oh yeah.
She came, she bought it. I mean,
Yes,
she
she
brought
did.
it to us.
Yes, she did.
So the Grammy, we're gonna give Grammys 2024
Two thumbs up.
a big fist pump. It was rocking. It was good. Because
Two
I've
thumbs
seen
up.
some in the past few years that it looked like yeah, they struggling looking for people.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pandemic, I think, really kind of changed it. I just really like how, they did some different stuff with the show this year. I feel like they paid homage to the past and the present. Like, I love the fact that, they had people who, if they did like a remake, they brought the original songwriter out. So I thought that was really nice. I think Grammys did a pretty good touch with that. They had some great performances. So, hey, I wasn't mad about it at all.
Yeah,
And
I
then they
enjoyed
had Burna Boy. I was like, and they brought out Brandy. I was like, come on, Grammys.
it. Come on, Grammys, bringing some good flavor. And
Yeah.
I do want to, I'll tell you, I loved Taylor Swift's dress. It was
Something
beautiful.
wrong with Taylor Swift. She
Well, we know that, but
she got issues.
I loved her dress. Well, I don't see issues. She's
She
for sure talented and she looked gorgeous. Loved her dress. Loved it. They had
yeah.
a lot of great outfits Sunday
They
night.
they definitely did. They
Yeah,
definitely did.
a lot of great outfits. And then moving on, our own ATL boy,
Sure.
Usher, has released his tour dates, his world tour.
Y'all,
So
I tried to get some tickets this morning and okay, they're like $900 for one.
they'll go down. They'll go down. Give it some time. Give it some time. But
So, for all of you guys who tried to get like the early release tickets, this Diamond City Card preferred, the tickets were on sale as of today, but it is open to the general public as of 12. I mean 2/12. So I feel like this tour is gonna get sold out very quickly. So if you are interested, you definitely better get on the grind, understand where your money coming from, so you can swipe, 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 and get them tickets.
yes, yes. So he will be popping in on us in October here in the A.
So
Very excited.
hopefully T and things will be in the building and we can, tell y'all all about it.
Give y'all a show. Show y'all a show.
So
We'll
y'all
go. We'll say, Usher, get us up there. We gotta go live with you.
will. Whenever
Yeah, but hopefully the tickets start going down. Today was like a
pre-sales.
pre-release.
It was pre-sale.
Pre-release.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's supposed to be the cheaper ones.
Shit.
They're like the 12. Well, I don't know. I know that's how he like did it in Vegas. So I'm not sure. But I
From
know in Vegas it was like
conversation
when he opened when
heard.
City did the preferred, so it was supposed to be like a little bit discounted than the
Girl,
general public, but we'll see.
them tickets is
What date that is? You said we'll be able to see.
huh?
What date did you say we would be able to see? That he's releasing to the general public.
It's on February the 12th.
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah,
we
we're
still
gonna
got
go
a
check
couple
it
of
out.
days. We still got a couple of days. And I'm not opposed to traveling, so hey, we'll see.
He is going back to Vegas in May.
We'll see.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
okay. We got any more celebrity news?
Well, there's a lot going on, but we just don't have all that time. So go ahead and bring us in our topic of the day.
All right. So, does anybody have any friends who are like constantly sick or constantly saying something is wrong with them or constantly like, oh, my head, my neck, my back? How do you deal with hypochondriacs?
I know it is
How?
hard because you always want to be there for someone when they're sick, right? Like, no matter what it is, you want to
Well,
be there
the
for
thing
them.
I feel like the thing about it is you don't know if they are genuinely sick or not, or if they're just trying to get
Right.
sympathy. I think that's my whole issue with stuff like that is because it's like, okay, is something truly wrong with you, or are you looking for my sympathy vote? Like I can never figure it out.
So I think it's both, and it depends on the person. Like, I think so, not necessarily that they're sick, but because they're a hypochondriac, which is a sickness,
Right?
that they're always creating a ill, something's ill within them, so they believe it. Because that's the thing. A hypochondriac does believe that they're sick.
They 100% do believe that they are sick. So it's like, do you play into it? Like, do you feel like that is like the best way? I mean, for me, I just try to just listen, and not really react. Because I think with people that, if they think that something is constantly wrong with them, it's like, what can you say? What can you do? Except for just listen. But I think what happens is that people get sucked in and then you want to react because of how they're saying that they feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or sometimes, you know, I know, and this is bad, but I know for sometimes with me, I'm like pushed away. I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to call this person because they're gonna be sick and they're gonna be down and everything. They're just gonna be sick and down and Debbie Downer, and sometimes that can pull a lot from you. You know.
Oh, I never really thought about it like that. I mean, I guess that definitely is true because it's like, okay, I call you, and every single time I call you, something is not right. And I never really thought about that as someone being a hypochondriac, but I certainly know a couple of individuals. Like every time I talk to them, I know it's going to be some type of like drama, and it's a little much to have to deal with. And so I love that person, like I love that person, but it's just they always going through something. It's like, damn, is there ever a time that you're not going through I even
I feel you, and it's a hard, and it's hard when it's like your loved ones or your friends or family or whatever, and you like, damn, I don't want to not be there for them, but like, damn, you always said, like,
and not only that, but then it's like they want you to like come into the madness with them. Like they want to try to say, okay, well, is something wrong with you, or is something going on with your work, or it's like they're prying for things to be wrong with you. And I never really thought about it like that, but yeah, that happens.
so it is really, yeah, it's really tough,
Draining.
and it's kind of like, I don't know. Do y'all have advice out there? How do you deal with hypochondriacs? That's just always, like, you know, um,
I mean, I think the first thing that you have to do is if you love them, you still have to be open to them. You know what I'm saying?
because it could be real this time, right?
Right. It could be real this time. But then I think with being open, I think that you need to be able to try to like weed out the BS, if you will. So I think the first thing is be open. Because if they're your loved one or if you really care about them, you don't want to just cut them out because there could be something wrong with them for real. So I think that's step one. I think step two is kind of understanding how to weed out the BS. Like if this is a sickness that seems like it's recurring, and then it's like maybe the sickness starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, but you don't see any physical change in them. Maybe that's something that you weed out, right? So you just weed that part of it out. You're like, okay, I hear you, and I love you, sis, but that's gonna go in one ear and out the other, right? I think that's step two. Why do I have balloons? Did you see that?
I know. I love that.
Oh, that's
That's
weird.
awesome. That was awesome.
I don't know how that happened, but right. So then you got step three, right? It's the intervention.
Well, I think that the intervention is important because here's the thing. It's like, hey, you're always so sick, but one day if you're really sick, I really need to, like, I need to know that it's real this time. I don't know if that's the way you're going to say it, but that's the part about the intervention. Like, you know, like it could be a time when it's real
Right.
and everybody's going to blow you off because you're always
It's like the boy that called wolf.
right.
So can I really? It's like, listen. So I think you sit them down and you're like, hey, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. And believe me, I love you with all my heart, but it's hard for me to tell whether or not, you're truly sick because it seems like you're sick so much. And like I don't ever want there to be a time where it's like you're sick for real and then I didn't do nothing about it.
Right, right. For sure. Oh, so what Robin says?
Robin says, I think stress caused illness, and sometimes people think something else is wrong with them. Sometimes they can fix it, and sometimes it's out of their control. Now, that's a serious statement because
Yeah.
I can tell you there have been plenty of times where I am like completely stressed out. And I do believe that some things have happened to me from being like real so stressed out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the doctor not really knowing like okay, what's really going on and not being able to express like and sometimes people don't even know that they're stressed out. I had a lady at my job just a couple of weeks ago and her back went out on her. And so I was, we were just talking about it. She, she had gotten better and she came back to work and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And she was like, "Girl, I was just taking something out of the washing machine and putting it in the dryer and all of a sudden my back gave out." And so we started talking and it come to find out she was selling one house and she's in a rental and she's like paying both of the mortgages and they're like moving from a different state, and so she had all of these extra like expenses on her that like is essentially draining her, sucking the life out of her, money and stuff. And so when I was talking to her about that, I was like, "Do you maybe you're stressed out?" And
Yeah.
she was like, "No, it couldn't be that." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Because I mean, that's kind of a lot." I think her mortgage at the one house was like $6,000 a month, and then the mortgage she paying here is like 4,000. So all the bills for both of the houses, and she just, they're trying to move now. She said it's just been a lot.
Well,
So
for sure. We all know that stress definitely causes pain within the body, headaches, everything. So, yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing.
I guess we don't have to always discount people. Maybe we could just say, okay, yeah, you
But
might just be stressed, sis. Let me do some woosah tactics with you. Cause I know me, girl. I start getting mad, be like woosah, woosah, woosah.
but and I think and that's the thing. That's for some people, like the stress can for sure cause illnesses, and you go through that for a moment, but you know, and I think for a hypochondriac, I mean, this is just an ongoing thing. Like
So they never
it's just,
gotta deal with.
it's just if it's not stress, it's this, it's something else, and it's just like the answer we're reaching for is how do you handle it because it becomes to a point where you just kind of like you don't want to not be there for somebody, but and you don't want to discredit when somebody's sick, but it's like, is this real this time?
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely think that you have to pay more attention. Like when you got somebody that's a hypochondriac, because sometimes if you're so used to like being able to weed out the BS, then hopefully you can tell when it's BS and when it's not.
Yeah,
So I think
hopefully.
and so I think that comes with, like I said, being open and to listen to what they're saying. Because then, if it is really something wrong, because you've been listening to them so much and really just, being not trying to troubleshoot. Because, see, that's a lot of times when people's a hypochondriac, right? They want you to troubleshoot what's wrong with them. Oh, maybe it could be this, maybe it could be that. But if you just stop all of that and just listen, then I think that you'll be able to kind of deal with it a little bit better. So it's like, okay, you're just calling me, but you got to think about your own mental because like you said, it can be exhausting. So it's like, okay, if you're going to call this person, you got to already be mentally right with yourself so that you don't fall into the BS, but not troubleshooting with them and being able to really listen to what they're saying and take it in and try to see it for what it is, whether they're off the deep end or not. But I mean, I feel like that's just kind of like the way of life, and you got to learn how to deal with, your loved ones who may be going through that, because a lot of that's mental. It's a mental thing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So that's like the mental health, the mental state of being. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the times those hypochondriacs, they do have something mentally or spiritually, internally going on with them, that it's like this battle that they're trying to fight.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, I think that they for sure think
Yeah.
they're sick.
Yeah.
For
That's for
sure.
certain.
And yeah, Robin, I agree with you. Some people don't know any better, thinking they have to run to the doctor for every little thing. And I know people like that.
Girl, I know somebody who will, I ain't even gonna go there, but I know somebody who will literally take it to the maximum, the very extreme circumstance to get to seek that help. So yeah. Um I try to be there for them when they are ready to talk about it, and that's all I could do.
Yeah.
That's all I can do, and just know how much I can handle. How much of it can I truly handle? How much of it can I listen to? Because I'm a very compassionate person. So if somebody calls me and they're saying that they're, this or that, under the weather, not feeling well, I'm gonna be compelled to want to try to help them or do something. So I have to be careful with that, because you could easily get sucked into somebody else's drama.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, you got to take care of your own mental health first.
Yeah, you gotta learn
Because
how.
it can be draining. It can be draining.
That's for sure. So, do we have a 3-minute tip?
We do.
Hey, what we got going on?
All right. So, we've been talking about the juicing and the smoothies.
Yeah,
Okay. And I've found that, sometimes when I'm like, oh, running behind and I just don't have time to get it all together,
yeah.
it has been very helpful that when I do have time and I'm doing my prep stuff, that I take Ziploc bags and whatever I'm going to do in this smoothie
Oh, that's a
or
good
juice, I
idea.
have it ready, cut everything in the Ziploc. Um, and I was doing some research on it. Some people even go as far as like freezing it, the
Oh,
Ziploc,
yeah.
with
Uh-huh.
everything ready to go and just dump it and add your water or whatever you're going to add.
That's a
But
good
it
idea.
has been so much
Life
easier.
changing.
Yeah, it has been life changing. It has been so much easier because normally, a smoothie or a juice is one of my meals throughout the day. And that could be breakfast, lunch. It's normally either breakfast or lunch. So and then of course that's during the day. So at one of those meals, I'm in a hurry. I gotta get it going. So now that I have them prepped in my Ziploc bag,
Much
have
easier.
everything cut that's ready to go. It's just easy. Dump it in the blender. That's one full smoothie of what I want. Add my water or whatever I'm gonna add to it, juice, water, milk, whatever, and then blend and I'm gone. So there's no having to cut celery and strawberries and all this stuff to get it
That's a
ready.
great idea. So, certainly making sure that we prep it before. And let me ask you, do you do smoothies or do you do the juices? So do you have a juicer?
I do have a juicer, so I do both. And you can do this with either, but I do both.
Okay, so you'll have to tell us about your juicer next week, because I am in the market for one.
Yeah, yeah, no, I love that thing. Hello. Yeah.
Well, guys, that is our time. It was quick. I guess
Oh,
when you're dealing with the crazy, dealing with the hypochondriacs, there's a lot to say about that. So we love y'all. We will see you next week. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit us up at T and thanks, THANGZ at gmail.com, and pass off your comments, questions, concerns. If you have a topic you want us to discuss or you want us to get into it, let us know. And hey, we didn't have our cups, but thank you to Lucky Coin for your sponsorship. We appreciate it.
yes, yes, yes. And if you have a small business that you want to grow, we can definitely help
Talk
you with
business.
that. We can talk to you about that. Just hit us up.
Yes, yes. All right, guys.
Next
Peace.
Wednesday.